Egypt is the site of quite possibly of the most established progress on the planet. Tracing all the way back to 5500 BC, the nation was once controlled by the mysterious pharaohs. Afterward, the nation was additionally a significant station for the Greek and Roman domains. The city of Alexandria was established by Alexander the Incomparable himself in 332 BC. Obviously, Egypt is a safe house for sightseers looking for staggering archaeological vestiges and milestones from the world's exemplary developments from times gone past, set against the background of the Sahara Desert and the old waterway Nile that add a mysterious appeal to these spots to visit in Egypt, Africa. Pondering the best opportunity to visit Egypt? Fret not as it is an all-year objective. Here is a short Egypt Venture Out manual for the most well-known Egypt vacation destinations that you should visit during your vacation here. Pyramids of Giza. The three pyramids, which house the burial places of old pharaohs, are one of the seven marvels of the antiquated world. Situated on the Giza Plateau, the pyramids are the main marvel to have stayed in salvageable shape more than millennia. The Incomparable Pyramid, otherwise called the Pyramid of Khufu, is 138 meters high and is available to travelers by means of the Robbers Tunnel. The limestone Sphinx structure is additionally important for a similar complex. The Pyramids Complex of Giza is the gem of Egypt vacation spots and one of the most well-known Egypt touring places. The Islamic, Cairo area in the capital of Egypt is loaded up with Middle-Age mosques, landmarks, and madrasas, and is one of the premier Egypt vacation destinations. The Mosque Madrasa of King Hassan is an amazing model and apparent indication of the Islamic legacy of this wonderful city. Assuming that you dig profound into the part close to the walled city, you can likewise find studios and craftsman families that have worked there for 1,000 years, making it one of the most mind-blowing spots to visit in Egypt 2022. Citadel of Saladin. One of the many spots in antiquated Egypt to be pronounced UNESCO World Legacy destinations. The citadel was worked by the popular Ayyubid ruler Saladin to safeguard the Cairo and Fustat, the main Egyptian capital under the Caliphate, against crusaders. The immense fortress is lined by a few lookouts and houses a few dazzling mosques and the Well of Joseph inside. The Al-Nasir, Suleiman Pasha and the Al-Gahara Royal Residence Historical Center are three places that are an unquestionable necessity for Egypt touring visits in Cairo. Valley of Kings. Situated on the east bank of Stream Nile, Luxor was the site of the antiquated city of Thebes and is one of the most famous Egypt places of interest. Hailed as the world's biggest outside exhibition hall, Luxor is most popular for the Valley of Kings that houses rock-cut burial chambers of antiquated pharaohs. Well-known old rulers, for example, Tutankhamun and Amenhotep were covered here. Despite the fact that there are around 63 burial places that have been unearthed, just a modest number is available to sightseers. Tutankhamun's burial place, called the KV62, has a different passage charge. One of the most tormenting spots to find in Egypt without a doubt. This is among the well-known places in Egypt. Rock temples of Abu Simbel. Situated along the western banks of the Lake Nasser, the twin sanctuaries of Ramses II and his sovereign Nefertari were cut directly into the mountains and are one of the most well-known Egypt spots to visit. The stone impressions of the ruler and the sovereign sitting on their high positions and neglecting the boundlessness of the Egyptian mountains is a famous picture of old Egypt. The sanctuary was moved on account of the rising waters of the lake during the 60s and gets many guests consistently. Aswan. This is one of the most loosening up Egypt places to get away in the southern part. In antiquated Egypt, it was called Swanet and sheltered the stone quarries that provided material to construct the renowned pyramids. Be that as it may, Aswan is presently known for its stunning perspectives on the desert ridges and the Nile stream. The enormous islands are the ideal escape for a loosening up end of the week. The brilliant Nubian towns and the focal point of the island are unconventional Egypt vacation destinations and make for an extraordinary night walk. Egyptian Museum. The antiquated urban communities of Egypt have been uncovered to uncover sanctuaries, castles, and burial chambers that are millennia old, and you might ponder where all the mythical fortune went. All things considered, the Egyptians were popular for covering their dead with a wide range of things: gold, brilliant curios, books, etc. Stress not, on the grounds that the Egyptian Historical Center is that little glimpse of heaven. The pyramids recount to you just around 50% of the story. The other half is housed in this greatest Egypt assortment on the planet, including the renowned removal from the burial chamber of Tutankhamun, making it one of the most awesome Egypt spots to visit. White Desert. It is difficult to accept that this dreamlike Egypt fascination of the Sahara Desert is normal. Huge developments of chalk going from snow white to cream in variety have large amounts of the locale, which likewise includes the sand hills of the incomparable sand ocean and the bluffs of the Furrow for melancholy. The white stones and zeniths have been molded by wind disintegration for a few centuries. The encompassing public park likewise houses the Rimandorcus gazelle, the remainder of which meander the bone-dry scene here. With unending magnificence, it is among the most gorgeous spots to visit in Egypt. The Bahariya Desert Garden came to the spotlight in 1996 when an enormous entombment site with north of 30 burial chambers was found here. The site contained around 250 brilliant mummies tracing all the way back to various time frames since forever ago. The site additionally holds the vestiges and remainders of the sanctuary of Alexander. Other than being found as a cemetery for mummies, Bahariya likewise goes about as a significant horticultural place for Egypt, renowned for its wine creation even till date. A portion of the popular attractions in and approach our Bahariya incorporate the White Desert and the Precious Stone Mountain, both known for their odd geographical designs that will generally entrance guests. Other than being the most renowned public park inside Egypt, Ras Muhammad likewise is one of the most famous jumping destinations on the planet. The recreation area is tucked in the midst of the beautiful coral reefs and mangroves of the Red Ocean as well as the inland desert of the Sinai. It has perfectly clear waters that permit jumpers and swimming devotees to detect the dynamic corals as well as vertebrate and invertebrate marine species without any problem. On the off chance that one is to take a boat to go somewhat further into the ocean, they could try and have the option to detect dolphins, including Risso's dolphin. Other than overflowing with rich marine animals and corals, the recreation area is likewise home to a large number of white storks. Tanis is one of the most fascinating spots to visit in Egypt. The city offers different attractions. One among them is Tanis Egypt Ark of the Agreement. Numerous sightseers from everywhere the world stay with this wooden chest which is covered with gold. There are numerous legends related with Tanis which you shouldn't accept until you have seen. Come and investigate the city all alone and experience it face to face. Make a point to visit the spot during sunshine with the goal that you can see and appreciate everything. Saqqara Necropolis is a huge old graveyard in Egypt. Situated on the west bank of the Nile, this is perhaps of the most renowned Egyptian verifiable site and a piece of UNESCO World Legacy Site. Step Pyramid of Saqqara is one of the most incredible attractions at this spot. Saqqara Necropolis has acquired gigantic number of guests because of the fantasies and authentic realities appended to this spot. Egypt, with its incomparable culture and complex legacy, offers a therapeutic encounter to explorers. These lovely spots to visit in Egypt ought to top your list of must-do. Start them off by booking your Egypt visit as soon as possible. Yeah.